All right. I don't know if you, I didn't know if you realized, but I'm not really. This is me the whole time.
Pete, that's Pete.
Oh,
Son of a bitch. What was the expression backstage?
Your tramp stamp rubbed off.
I had a tramp stamp, but it rubbed off.
Well, Eric said we wasted all the ink writing equality.
When I showed my wife this costume, she called me Twinkle Bear.
It should have said equator. That's funnier.
Oh, you're gonna die alone. Oh.
All right. Sing something, asshole.
All right, we're gonna bring up our next guest singer. This motherfucker is a recent winner of the Moth Story Slam, and I'm gonna be going up against him in the Moth Grand Slam in July, and we'll see who wins then. He also likes to suck a lot of cock. He's got a great show at the UCB called Nights of Our Lives. Put your hands together for John Flynn.
Okay, well
Thank you.
Better get to their honeymoon. Well, that's going to be easy to top. Speaking of topping, I was horny one day, and so I got high and went on Craigslist to find someone that I could fuck. So I found this one person who lived not too far from me in Astoria, and he wanted me to do to him what I felt like doing to someone. And he lived not too far from me and said he could host. So he sent me his address, and I said, great, I'll be there in about 10 minutes. And he said, oh, before you get over here, there's something I should tell you. I'm a little person. And I said, you mean you're very petty? And he said, no, I'm 3'4". And I'm 6'2". So I was like, oh, this feels kind of sabotagey, you know, to sort of spring that on me right before I'm about to leave. And before I could say something back, he wrote, if you don't want to come over now, I understand. Right. And I didn't want to be a jerk, so I was like, no, that's perfect. I'll be over in a little bit. So I arrive at his apartment, knock on the door, he opens, and he's about this tall, and he says, hey, y'all, come on in. And I said, oh, where are you from? He said, oh, I'm from Georgia, of course. And then as we're walking in, he goes, oh, sorry about the mess. I had a show last night, and I haven't cleaned up yet. And I said, oh, what do you do? And he goes, oh, I perform with a drag troupe sometimes around the city. So I'm like, great, I'm about to have sex with a midget drag queen from the South. Basically, I'm about to fuck a unicorn.
Well, life is full of surprises, things you wouldn't expect. Well, life. Oh, you know, a midget doesn't have to get on his knees and suck it.
So we walk into his living room, and he goes, y'all want to smoke some pot? And I said, hell yes. So he gets out his bowl and his pot, and he's packing it, but the whole time his hand is shaking like this. And he just goes, oh, don't worry about this just happens sometimes. And I was like, well, I guess if someone who is twice my size was about to fuck me, I'd be a little shaky too. So we're smoking and exchanging the sort of bullshit small talk. And then we're done, and then he hops up onto my lap and we start making out. And you know, I'm used to having a dude on my lap, but I'm used to having more dude on my lap. Like I can hold his entire butt in one hand. So we're in his living room and we're messing around and we're getting naked, and at one point I was standing there and he went up on me. And after a while, it came time to sort of move this from the living room to the bedroom. Now in his living room, he had furniture like any one of us might have in their living room. But on the way to the bedroom, we passed through his dining room. And he had there a very, very small, low to the ground, round wooden table and 8 different individually hand-carved thrones. It looked like he had done an all-vision production of Camelot somewhere and stole part of the set.
Well, life is full of surprises, all kinds of things you wouldn't know, all kinds of things you wouldn't see. Life is full of surprises. Oh, don't listen to John, just listen to me. Here we go.
So we get into his bedroom, and he has your typical bed, but at the foot of it he has a set of those doggy stairs. Then he quickly scampers up and lands on his bed. And I was so high, I just sort of stood there in disbelief. And in retrospect, I should have said, oh, thank God someone else has a set of stairs for their bed. So, we're in the bed, he's lying on his back, and I'm having a very hard time maintaining an erection. So I'm going through a flip book in my head of everyone I've ever wanted to fuck. So I put a condom on, and I'm about to, and his legs come up to here on me. And right as I'm about to try and go into him, which would be like playing pool with a piece of rope, his phone rings, and he turns and looks at it and goes, oh, I'm sorry, I have to take this. It's my wife. So he gets off the phone and he talks for a few minutes. Then he gets off the phone and goes, I'm really sorry. My wife is going to be here in a little bit with my son. So you're going to have to go. I was like, not a problem. As I'm getting dressed and getting ready to go, he says, I'm so sorry. I was really looking forward to this. I was hoping to give you a really memorable experience. And I said, don't you worry. I will never forget about this.
John Flynn, everybody, John Flynn. Well, life is full of surprises. Oh, you know, sometimes you might get pissed. Well, life is full of surprises. That's what you get looking for love on Craigslist. Well, life, oh, you know it ain't easy. Oh, you know, things get kind of hard. Well, life, oh, John Flynn, you crazy. Life threw you a motherfucking wild card. Fuck that midget life. Life. All right, John Flynn, everybody.